ayo. Oh, yeah, yo, yo, ayo, ayo. Yeah, yo, ayo, ayo, ayo. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came their time, they changed their mind. When they came their time, they changed their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Oh, ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Oh, ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Music. Aha. Warawa monyoju weyan wani majianya warawa monyoju weyan ke wana wa kunanyira wasia wa pebiabu wana wa kunanwa wasia wa pebiabu kena be monya be niaka.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Oh, wa monye o.
I'm a freedom fighter.
My freedom fighter dey need no be okwasa.
I'm a freedom fighter.
My freedom fighter dey need no to be ogbapa.
I'm a freedom fighter.
My freedom fighter dey need no people on the here.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Wani madianye warawa monyoju weyan. Wani madianye warawa monyoju weyan. Ke wana wa kunagea. Wasia wa pebiabu. Wana wa kunanwa. Wasia wa pebiabu. Kena be monye de niaka.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Wa monye o.
I'm a freedom fighter.
For freedom fighter ke ni nyo bi okwasa.
I'm a freedom fighter.
For freedom fighter ke ni nyo tu bi ogbapa.
I'm a freedom fighter.
For freedom fighter ke ni nyo people on the here.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo.
He said, I'm Johnny. To post it to the women's to get money to I see my man for the same he said,
when they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came,
anything you want for me to explain for you to understand, say question me, join the question.
What kind of people they so?
I break it down.
What kind of people?
I say,
You freedom fighter, you raping our women. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. Freedom fighter, you destroying our country. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. But when they give their crown, they teach their mind. When they give their crown, they teach their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom
You
fighters.
freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Oh, ayo, yo. Ayo, ayo.
Music.
Ayo.
Oh yes, folks. Good morning, good morning. Welcome and welcome.
Ayo, 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 ayo.
What a great day. What a wonderful opportunity it feels.
Aha.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Oh yes, indeed.
Wani madianya wa.
Welcome and welcome to yet another
Wani madianya wa.
great presentation of the nation's premier breakfast conversation.
Yeah.
Just wherever you are this morning.
Wana wa.
A pleasant good morning to all of you folks.
Kena be money be.
Because the living breath of Liberia. And good morning, good morning. And good morning to our friends in the diaspora. It's always a good thing to have you join us
Freedom fighter, they need not to be
for breakfast on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development.
about.
And of course, this is the Freedom Money Round, Liberia's most informative breakfast conversation, where we discuss the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Without fear nor favor, we speak truth to power.
Ayo,
That's what we are, the People's Radio.
ayo.
Good morning.
Ayo.
Welcome and welcome. Too many things to talk about. Lots of things happening in Liberia. Yes, indeed. We're back.
Wani madianya.
Pump up your volume, share the live, and of course, drop your thoughts
Wani madianya.
on each and everything concerning to you in Liberia today. And of course, as we are told, and we have heard in corners, in circulation, and of course in media reports,
I'm a freedom fighter.
a bag of mineral water,
I'm a freedom.
a bag of water, drinking water is now sold for $10 Liberian.
I'm a freedom fighter.
And a sack of water
Freedom fighter.
is sold in parts of Monroe for $150. 50% increase. And of course, from $5 to $10. Oh my God. Where are we going? Which direction is the rescue train leading us toward? Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 It is confession time, like somebody says. Confessions are flying through the windows. And the realities are now beginning to show face. Oh yes, indeed. More and more vindication. And when we told you, then you branded us and called us names. Today, our heads are lifted high as we witness and, of course, observe all of you that come to confess your sins before the Liberian people. We told you that their actions during their the 6 years of the CDC government
They are freedom fighters.
were unpatriotic,
What kind of people this you?
were based on falsehood,
Freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter,
and that particular elements
children.
were committed to radicalize young people
Turn our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Aye, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Aye,
into senseless action.
ayo, ayo.
And today, when it became their time, Baron Brown,
Aye, ayo.
son of farmer,
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
Grand Bassa representative,
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
famously known as Baron
Ayo.
on the social media. Oh yeah, he has come out. He used to be a very ruthless young man, insulting everybody, being very rude and disgruntled
Welcome me, they say they want labor.
while in opposition.
When they welcome me, they say they
Oh
want
yeah,
labor.
he was the one
But when they
who organized the King Juice Talking Shout. They used to be there
When they-
planning and concocting and organizing all kinds of
what kind of people they
domestic terroristic attacks during the period of the CDC regime.
Freedom,
Federal Liberia,
fighter, you raping our
he
women.
has come out.
freedom fighters.
Freedom
Boy have come
in
out.
our children.
Rossi,
Freedom fighters.
Freedom
he is apologizing.
in our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Former President George
Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, ayo.
and the CDC
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
that they were radicalized. But looks, right here, we'll bring you his words right here and talk about it. Plus other unit partisans, of course. I have a lot of screenshots in my phone. Also, everything the UP, Mr. Barker told us 23 were lies. Why did we move the CDC? Oh yeah, you could hold them for other issues. But the truth will come out. Same way the truth in the Aston case will come out. As the truth in the economic sabotage case has already shown face. As the truth in the NAFA case shown face. Oh yeah, all the truth are coming out small.
I'm a freedom.
Oh yeah, this morning we're gonna look at those confessions and
I'm a freedom.
what does it mean for us today? How does it reset the political clock for all of us and our own approach to politics in Liberia as ordinary people? I know some of you vested your entire life into the lies and deception that these people were peddling. But today, look at you now. Cold water for $5, not so for now being sold for $10. Can you imagine? And of course, the president is still out there representing the country at the Africa Forward Summit. We'll check the executive mansion page to see what updates we can bring for you. It's important for us to know what exactly what's the quality of representation our president is making out there. You know, yesterday we decided to bring you the courtroom explanation of what happened in the Samuel Tuer economic sabotage case. It's important today that we look more and evaluate it from the political lens. What does it mean? There's a lot of argument. A lot of people say it's a defeat for the Unity Party in the political sense. It's a defeat for the Bwaka Kun administration, and it's a win for the George Weah CDC folks. What about the red light incident? I find it very important to share my thought. On the red light incident. You know the incident we're talking about? Okay, that is the the mob justice incident involving a Liberian lady who was stripped naked, allegedly. We have one or two to say about that. And of course, a reminder for the president, where the president is supposed to take action somewhere, and we're going to keep reminding him. I know he's out and he's going to come back. We're going to keep the reminder going until finally the president take action to reform and do exactly what his own investigative panel recommended in the case of the LAA at the Liberia Airport Authority. Folks, my name is Abu Sharif. You know, it's always a good thing to be here. Okay, so we are going to take a short break, a Crime Stopper Liberia. Once we come back, we go straight into these plus other issues making news in Liberia this morning. This break, we will be right back. Okay. Okay. Let me try to get it. I think I got the wrong one. All right. I got the wrong one. Yeah. $10 for mineral water in the country. It's not easy. $10 for mineral water. If this was what Baka gonna truly promise the Liberian people, I don't think we're gonna be here. But let's break, man. We'll be right.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, for the right authority. Tell it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you attack it, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm about to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sensaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner and sponsor of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. And folks, welcome to it. Okay, this is a great day. But let's think about this thing. Hardship in the country is becoming very unbearable, and it's reaching to the point where even the water for people to drink in the country is becoming difficult to get now. And there's a price to water. There's a price to life in the country to the largest extent, right? Water and sewer, the agency established by government, which since the inception of this government, subsidy from national government to the LWFC has more than quadrupled, right? I'm told they're receiving up to $9 million, right, from the national government to be able to ease and smoothing the availability and supply of water. But then in the face of that, right, we are witnessing a water shortage No water in the town. Water business high. Mo Ali is a social media blogger. He gets there peddling, and, the regular in the windows. Every other time they have the opportunity to address themselves to national concerns and of course crisis in their area of focus, they peddle the regular narrator. Oh, CDC did that, but they can't prove anything though. So let me read. Okay, let me read something. Right. Okay. Let me read something quick. Okay. There you go. I'll try to get it in here. I'll try to get it, man. I'll try to get it for you, so, but it's important. That's something I wanted to read, but I wanted to get something out first before anything. Okay, let me get that quickly. Please bear with me, folks. Please. Trying to do multiple things at the same time. Okay, I'm trying to get this from Benedict. So here is it. Under a Mo Ali that receives 9.4 million in government subsidies to the LWSC, the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, in 2026. That's budgetary contribution. Right? He has absolutely failed to stay on your own or reduce, the agency reliance on government support. So the government gave him more money than it has ever given to LWSC under any administration or under any MD. Yes, still, their brother can't supply water, and he puts up flimsy excuses, unnecessary excuses about challenges that existed before him. It has been there. Those challenges has been there. Other managing director, worked around those things and still deliver to a larger extent. But the bugger is failing. They Facebook and blogger is failing. So no water in the town, my people. No water. 10.5 of bag of water now. Could you have ever imagined that under a rescue government with all of what they said, water would have been sold for $10? Liberty for one, what anyway. Then they won. They won $100 and change. $120 for this. The Aqua B bottle. $120. The small one, $70. Sorry. Yeah, $60, $70, depending where you are. Pepper and salt press go or water press go or two. The thing is, you say, oh, me, I won't buy the mineral water. But no water in the pump. Water not coming. Current not coming in Bwaka Rescue, like, bro. Water not coming. Water press go up. Current press go up. Current party taking some of the money from us. We even know where that money going. Every time you reach out to take money from you, we know the cartel that's sitting somewhere benefiting from that money. But we'll take time, we'll find it, we'll look at that, try to bring it up. But even if you do, the president really doesn't pay attention to this thing. And this is sad. The same thing with Metex. Other places around here where Liberians are subjected to pay money for which we do not even see the actual benefit. But we're just paying because the authority have required us to pay. So we're paying, but no benefit. This is sad. Now, rescue has actually turned out to be a disappointment and a colossal embarrassment and frustration for a lot of the young people who vested their commitment and trust and believe in this thing that was happening around here called a rescue government or rescue agenda. The rescue agenda has terribly, disastrously failed. And supporters are no longer holding back. I'll bring a few. One Sekou Keita on social media says, LEC is as useless and worthless as the UP government. Voting for this UP government was one of the worst decisions ever made by me. This is a rescue puppet, so to speak, right then. But it's outraged and disappointed, right, with everything the guidance said. And to see the government perform so dismally. It comes out. I believe the other guy that LEC Bennett was pinning the man. Remember LEC things are not putting, won't put them on. They have made it normal. It look normal now. Nobody can even say anything. The president putting excuses for the weaknesses of his officials. So it tells you exactly this is aiding the process. LEC is as useless and worthless as the UP government. They may equate the LEC uselessness to the UP government. The man is a supporter of the regime. He voted for them. So he comes further to say, voting for this UP government, the UP government that we have, was one of the worst decisions ever made by him. And did not stop there. Another surrogate also said something, right? They call that one Vachemo Keita. I think my uncle there pulling out. Vachemo Keita. You know the Madingo people were plenty in the rescue thing. So of course it's obvious that you found a lot of Madingo names getting disappointed, and the garages. They just will start collecting the garage tax. Oh Lord, Mama D never gonna get terribly angry in the time. You're more than angry. The garage tax, you're bringing garage taxation. That's what we want to see. That's how rescue look like. We'll tax all the garages, sidewalk garage, community garage, anywhere garage. We'll tax all, and all the old car parking you pay. But yeah, that's how rescue can be now. When you're made politics low, like, and that personality contest and stuff. So your own thing, you come out. Who cares? Who really cares about how you feel about it? So Vachemo says, and I think I know the Vachemo guy. He used to be very rude on social media and disrespectful as well. So he comes and he said, so meaning everything that Unity Party told us 2023 were all lies. So who are you asking? Then Vachemo says, what did we go against the CDC government if they committed no crime? I don't want to agree with him that there weren't anything, of concern, in the CDC government. Obviously, in an African government, and, with all of the bureaucratic, inadequacies, there will always be issues, and there will always be unscrupulous elements that won't take advantage of situations that will be counterproductive. Right? These things will be there. But the level to which others were peddling narratives and all of that were the ones who said, no, this is absolutely unacceptable. Now, he goes on further to say, I want to take this time to apologize to Mr. Weah and every other sedition that we accuse just to bring these funny people to power. I am done with this Unity Party thing. That's Vachemo. That's the second man running. And the several of them, somebody please send me the Baron thing. I'm checking for the thing. I don't know where my hand actually put it. So, gentlemen, first, our guys used to be very responsive. Our followers used to be very responsive. As soon as you ask for something, the man will send it. 1 minute. But this time, I don't know that data been high or what. Gentlemen, because the country, you can't tell you anything possible. That data been high or what? What is the issue? Even Kofachi, remember, you get me that Baron thing. Let's run it up quickly and then move on. It's important for the old man in the market, the paperian, to hear these confessions coming from the very people that were going in the market and telling them, so, oh, Joe them was stealing, they were taking the money every day, they were passing around. It is important for us to harrowed and hammer these confessions so that the people themselves get to know that they were being fooled, they were being lied to, because the very young foot soldiers are coming out to say, look, you all remember Martina Konaté confession, right? Martina Konaté came out. She left it long and she came out, she confessed, pleaded for apology, right? Pleaded for mercy. She did. And it's coming out. And a lot of young people are going to come out because, you know what? People went beyond, and, you know, politics and started castigating the reputation of their fellow citizens simply because of politics, simply because they wanted to be in power. Wanted to bring a bunch of criminals here that have come and they are flouting every laws. And they are disrespecting the rights of the very people who dance in the poo-poo water to have them elected, and, you know, here as president or a government. And this is the height of this. I mean, this is the height. This is the height of disappointment that the guys are having. And the guys are coming. I said, no, we can no longer hold back. We can no longer hold back. This was absolutely unacceptable. Like Baron and the rest of them apologize. If I can remember clearly, Baron said that, look, we want to apologize as we were lied to and radicalized to bring and tell lies about an innocent George Weah and accuse him of murder and accuse him of stealing millions from this country, right? And accuse him of drugs. So we were fooled. We were radicalized by these sophisticated criminals in power today to go and lie on George Weah just to bring these people to power. He said, I want to apologize. I want to ask God to forgive me. Right? Because they were innocent. And you indoctrinate the people, you play on their sake, and I used to be telling you, yeah, I used to call him Alare Tokpa and all the people that used to be in Osu chat room. Radical lasting the young children. Like I used to be telling you, me I tell you, man. So our friend out there, the beginning out there, so we used to get it. I used to tell you, I say, the thing the beginning doing, in the beginning of being radical last, that the man admitting to it. So today we are vindicated. This wearing an organic, right? This is wearing happening because of people organic, look of things and what have you. Because under the CDC, like we've always maintained, everything wasn't bread and butter, but Liberians were witnessing, direct transformation that had not happened before, and the political opposition then was uneasy with that. So they embark on the process. Not only the young people, right? They were radicalized the entire country, and to the extent people were even prepared to take up arms against their own country. That's how dangerous the United Party proceeded. The process where a person believes shifts from moderate and mainstream to extreme. That's what they did. They shifted the Liberian thinking capacity. They shifted the Liberian people belief for their country from a more moderate democratic approach to a more radicalized extremist agenda. And that's how young people were willing to wake up as early as 5 a.m. in the morning to set up roadblock and put up fire on tires on the road. And they will go in front of diplomatic embassies and try to be violent. And they did so many things because they were being radicalized. Unity Party is a dangerous organization. I've always told you, they're a very dangerous organization. And Liberians have to reach a point where, right, we take a nationalistic decision against these people. A group of people, and I always hear people talking about court. The biggest court in the country is the Unity Party. But you know what to do with you? A lot of you, they keep you on the periphery, so you do not understand. It takes serious intelligence to be able to unpack these things to understand. Because when people are being judged by the social class and all of that, so it's a whole layer. So it's difficult. So a lot of you, they keep you on the periphery. So you rather don't know, you think it's something for you until when they have power. Then that's how they start. And somebody saying, morally or apologizing for being rude and insultive to you whenever you ask them about water. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. And they don't care who you are. And Sandra Johnson crying, he said they asked him to bend down low before they gave him contract. And all this nonsense happening. So what does that look to you? That looks like a court. This is the real court. This is the real definition of courtism, right? Unlike having a group of marginalized, right, organizing themselves, demonstrating commitment to oneness under the banner of the CDC, and then you go, oh, that court. No, that's not a court. What's a court is the Unity Party from the activities and order. So they radicalized the kids. They shifted them. A lot of them from moderate thinkers, right? From passionate, democratic, adherers to what? To extremists, radicalized extremists. And to radicalize people is to cause or encourage that shift in others. And it was the Unity Party in elements, it's Bremer family, and all of them, and you all look up to these people because they can be recitating, and these archaic communist manifesto, and these recitations they can be doing. Oh, that's nonsense. You gotta go past those things and be critical, be way more critical to investigate. Challenge people. When you challenge people, you're not being rude to them. When you challenge people, you're not being rude to them. No, nobody should make you feel like if you challenge people, you're demanding more. You're not being rude to them. But the society, it's the same thing about creating that kind of stuff. Just to micromanage people's thought, micromanage how people react to things, how people participate in national debate and all of that. We can, especially doing so at the disadvantage of the vast majority of the people. When they deny and they say, oh, you had to be this, you gotta be that. No, save all that nonsense. So the brothers are confessing. So it comes right back again to validate when we said that the young people were being radicalized. They were being pushed way on the edge of extremism. We saw young people willing to become domestic terrorists around here, faking petrol bomb, threatening the homes of our NEC commissioner. Judges were being threatened here, and all of that. People were being threatened. Being an official of the government was branded as something that people will come after you when you all can admit to what was going on here, to the point where even officials from their meager salaries, right, extending assistance to Liberians were being considered in other ungrateful manner, and there was no show of gratitude, and people were being mean in their responses to these gestures. Today, you don't see it, right? People are no longer identifying with the community. Our orphanages are left to the point where, right, disadvantaged people were being identified with. You remember the incident in, was it Chicken Factory? When Dillon then went and manipulated these people, and these people came out, and everybody was just being like that. But thank God we've the corner, and people eyes are getting clear right now. What do you think? Say when your money finish, you're out clear, but they want that money finish. Say when the people start. So there are stages. The process of radicalizing follows. It starts with grievance. Because there were grievances in the country and people felt humiliated, right? And there were concerns about injustice and all of that. So these extremists saw it as a means to infiltrate the psyche of the Liberian people, and they succeeded. So they implanted into them, right, an ideology that was completely counterproductive. That is the lying ideology. So people justify lying. They're just passing around. And then they formed that group, Council of Patriots, the biggest and historic lying organization in the Republic, threatening national safety and national security. Liberia is a good country. Nobody is supposed to do that in any country and then be going scot-free. You can do whatever, but you establish a movement to threaten the survival of the country, and you threaten to burn the executive mansion, you threaten to burn down the airport and all of that. Who gave you the right to do that? But again, we passed through all of that. Then when they stuck these divisive ideologies into the people's head in the process of radicalizing them, what do? They organize through mobilization. They start to mobilize. Council of Patriots came in, and then the CPP was organized. And you see, they started organizing themselves. They organized themselves around those beliefs of deception and lack of patriotism, with an overriding quest for naked power. Just take the people. So we don't care. We just want to. That's how they could go for a Joe Boakai with all of the health incapacities. They could still go for Joe Boakai because it was a radical movement. I mean, an extremist movement. So, and this radicalization was a violent radicalization of the Liberian population by the Unity Party and her cohorts in opposition. And the big ones will start to confess when the real time comes. So they started taking advantage of small issues in the country like job loss. When more leaders lost their job, okay, they use that. Small issues in the country like regular, happenings like accidents and blah blah blah. The criminal. Imagine people are going to funeral home and taking their body and putting it on the street allegedly, like we hear on many instances. And today, that the rescue we have now, bag of water is being sold for $10. The rate is unsettled. Prices of basic commodity are skyrocketing. Homes are being broken down without any redress. Families rendered homeless. Mothers and babies are sleeping in the street. Liberians are without shelter. And there is no intervention from the government, right? These things are happening. No accountability in government, right? People concoct lies. The whole state is running in a faction that does not represent, a responsible and organized institution. This is terrible for our country. Tribalism. Tribalism has become the center of the day in the country. Sectionalism, division, hatred, targeting people because of their views and the beliefs and all of those things. Yesterday we talked about the Yeke Koluba thing, and why even as we sit here now and as we're talking, As far as the laws are concerned, Yeke is still the lawmaker of district number 10. Yeke is still, but the regime is denying him. This is unconstitutional. This is illegal. It's happening right here. It's happening right before us. But nobody can do anything. Nobody can say anything, because if you dare try, the government is going to come after you. So people are afraid. That's what's going on in the country. Intimidation, harassment, brutalization, discrimination, hatred, right? Vandalizing, police brutality. Police gets enabled and mobilized to go after people who they see as opposition or view as opposition. And every time Mr. Gregory Coleman gets accused of these partisan actions and activity, he keeps proving himself or proving his critics right. Look at yesterday. For God's sake, why should Gregory Coleman, head of the Liberia National Police, go and sit down on a UP-run platform? Go sit down on UP-run platform. Are you going to address issues independently? Absolutely not. Will you even be queried objectively on the issues and happenings with the Liberia National Police? No. It's never ever guaranteed. It's not going to happen. Not with managing directors, and not with ministers, not with assistant ministers, not with senators who believe in the government sitting there and as your interviewers. It's not going to happen. So that is a demonstration of the lack of independence in the police boss. What about all the independent media in the country? And all of those goes to further validate the accusation that the government is intolerant to independent press. It's intolerant to press freedom, and they want to control the media space. That's what they want to do, right? And they're pushing the mainstream media into starvation, right? Starving them of neither resources, because if the government establishes channels and medium for its own direct communication, then what are they going to pay the independent media to communicate? What are they going to do? So if the Minister of Posts and Telecommunication wants to say something, for example, he doesn't feel obligated to come to OKFM, Freedom FM, which is off, right, for them, or any other FM in the country, duly register with the government of Liberia, and have been existing in this country for years, doing this job, right? When they can go sit down on Class Reloaded. This is nonsense. And that's what people are talking about. And they don't get it. Sometimes they feel like, oh, people hate the government, but it is just written everywhere. When they put you on the pedestal and say, okay, allegations of police brutality. There are plethora of those. Allegation of violence and brutalization of peaceful and unarmed civilians. Plethora of them. Students, visually impaired, disabled, all of them is there, right? Shooting and killing with live Buddha is just all over. All of those things under your watch and under your instruction. Go and sit on the independent platforms, and let's see if you can justify your actions by the law. We challenge Gregory Coleman. Come and sit down on the independent platform where you will be grilled and give us the legal justification for these killings, for these brutality, for these intimidations, right? Harassment, and each of which will cite cases and pin pictures and play you records on them and sit in the chair and tell us as Inspector General what legal justification you had for those. Then we know you're serious. Then we know you're going somewhere. But again, this is it. This is where we are, folks. I'm going to hold this one there and do what? And go to the red light incident that you all saw, and a lot of people have talked about. Because we're running a country, there are a lot of issues. Everything can be about politics. Sometimes there are misconceptions about morality, there are misconceptions about human rights issues, and all of that. Moral issues are human rights issues. And don't pin human rights issues to be matters that do not recognize moral principles or moral uprightness. No. I agree. Human rights are very fundamental, and they are the pillars of democratic societies. And every society must strive to respect human rights and uphold the dignity of people. And respecting human rights to respect people's choices, respect people's decisions, and allow people to do what they want to do and have the freedom. But guess what? Human rights also recognizes the presence of law. Human rights do not function in the absence of law, right? So there are laws that guarantees your human rights. There are laws that defines your meets and your bounds. And it's important for society to be conscientized about that, so that people do not misconstrue and misinterpret or misapply the whole human right thing. I see a lot of times people try to fly, and sometimes people try to blackmail other people who just share their thought about a particular situation. And most times there are some very hard subjects, as women subjects, children subjects, and all of these things, right? And it is equally so because of the society we find ourselves in. But in an open society where people can have conversation freely without being intimidated, without being attacked, right? Where people view will be respected. It's important for us to look at things both ways. And because others just most likely just want to be on the side of the bandwagon. And you say, oh yeah, everybody is yeah. When you on this side of the boat, after But it's about standing with the truth. It's about telling the truth. It's just like what we are doing here. When more people try to condemn or they say, oh, that Freedom FM and stuff, that CDC station. I have to say, even if Freedom FM, right, projects the CDC narrative, that doesn't make this Freedom FM any bad a media organization like some other people try to stereotype. No, right? First of all, Freedom FM is the most independent radio station in Liberia, and I can argue and challenge that with anybody, right? Now, because you have to understand the purpose for which the establishment is made, to be the voice of the voiceless, voice of the people, right? And there's no organization that have consistently insisted on doing that than the Freedom FM. Who do we stand with? Who messages do we give our airtime to? The marginalized, the discriminated against, right? And maybe coincidentally, those people political interests align with a political organization in the country. So inadvertently, right, Freedom FM becomes, and the voice of that political institution, because that political institution represents the vast majority of the people that are marginalized, that are challenged, that do not have a voice, that are discriminated against. So we are proud to be the voice of the voiceless. So the people who feel they're so sophisticated, they're so civilized, they're so class and what have you, we say, no, you're already class. You can talk for yourself. You have the money to do whatever you want to do. But we won't talk about the people in West Point. We won't talk about the people in Sony Way. We won't talk about the people in Gibraltar. We won't talk for the people where they're in Sino, in Maryland. Those challenged villages, hamlets, those are the people we want to elevate their voice. And inadvertently, their political interests align with the CDC as a political organization. So it is not our business if the group of people that we want to talk for, the group of people see themselves in one political institution and it aligns very well. And we say, okay, in as much as we want to give voice to these people so that they will come up to compete with the other side of society, so we talk for them. And so that's the most honorable thing. So now we go red light. Red light happened. It was sometimes last week, right? In the weekend or so. And the situation happened, the police moved in. I'm told the Ministry of Gender even issued a statement on it and all of that. But I like to read because I'm watching an opinion survey of Liberians on the matter. So the views are split. Views are split between rights groups and moral defenders. People who are seeing the whole argument from a moral standpoint, and other people who are seeing it mostly from a right standpoint. The people arguing from the right standpoint believe that it is the lady's right to dress anyhow, to come outside anyhow. It is her body. She can choose to do whatever she wants to do, and it's her right. Nobody have the right to infringe upon her right like that. That's what they believe. And the moralist says no. Liberia is a traditional country. Liberia is a cultural country. Liberia is a religious country, and we cannot countenance, and these kinds of dressing. So they feel like it's justified for these citizens to serve as some sort of moral police that have gone after her. And what does the law say about that? No, the law is against that. Mob justice. That means even if you think the person's action is in contravention to the norms and practices in the country, the law requires that you report them to the police. It is the police that should take action, right? Or it's the justice system that should take action, but not a group of people taking action and scraping her naked. No. So that act was wrong. It was barbaric. It was unacceptable, and people need to be punished for it. That's the first point for the moralist. The second is the rights advocate. The rights advocate, and people who believe, oh, this is a modern society. We are modern people. We are civilized people. So you can wear any kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. We said no. As much as we are modern, we are democratic, but yeah, democracy has borders. A democracy recognizes statutes and laws. The state is not operating in anarchy. People can just go ahead and do anything, take off your clothes and start walking on the street, or as a young man, you go stand anywhere in the public, you unzip your trouser and start urinating in the public. No, it can't be. Or as a young lady, you just wear any kind of clothes and then you get in the street, you banner, and then you expose everything. No, it can't. Oh yeah, you have your right to your body, but you don't have the right to do that. At least that's what we've come to know. It's important we use our platform to educate our people on it. Sometimes it's a very difficult and unpopular opinion, especially with a mix of things. Everybody want to be on the side where the majority is, and some of all can get unpopular. We're going to be on the side, sometimes with the minority and the marginalized and what have you, right? So it was a situation of double violation, two violations committed, right? But then the public seems to be focusing more on one and leaving the other one. It's important for societal uprightness purposes that we also condemn the other act. And the state must come in the middle to take action on both ways and deal with them. The state is supposed to punish mob actions. The state is also supposed to punish, right, indecent exposure under our laws, under the penal code of Liberia. The state is supposed to punish both ways. And rights people should be advocating both ways, because it is a right also, and it's also the right of the other people for their privacy to be respected. Who tell you if you choose you won't put your body outside? So that means you come and embarrass my view with your body. So, and somebody has a catch-22, right? So, citizens on yesterday in a podcast of opinion sampling, right, criticized the Ministry of Gender statement as one-sided. The Ministry of Gender and Children Protection is facing growing public scrutiny following its statement on the assault of a woman over her mode of dressing, a statement many now describe as one-sided in a deeply divided national debate. Right? While the ministry strongly condemned the act, called for a full police investigation, and reaffirmed that no woman should be attacked or humiliated for how she dresses, the response has since triggered a wider conversation across Liberian society. The Liberian National Police has reportedly arrested several suspects in connection to the incident, a move widely welcomed by the public. Like I said, welcome it, right? And all of that. However, beyond the arrest, attention is now shifting to the ministry messaging. Liberians appear increasingly divided into two clear camps: moral defenders and rights advocates. First, for rights advocates, the ministry position is justified. Position to defend the lady and say, you go out there, you can dress anyhow, you can do anyhow. For the right defender, say it's okay. But those on the side of moral and cultural values, the concern is different. They argue that the ministry's statement focused almost entirely on rights, while leaving the question of public morality and cultural expectations largely unaddressed. So you say, okay, if we should stick only to the rights advocate, that means in Liberia, nothing about morality. You can just work out. If you choose, maybe you want to wear clothes, you work out, you get outside, you come and brush your pie. Is that what we're saying? So you gotta be careful how you taking the argument, how you getting involved with it. Yes, we can condemn now we can, but we should condemn the mob action as always. We always condemn mob action. Nobody has the right in this country, right, to go ahead and implement, whatever on people you say, you take. They're not you supposed to act for the state. The state has infrastructure to do that. We put the matter. And we can even tell you, say, don't be motorball rule. Do not be motorball. Don't do that. What this is a civilized society. When a woman dressed in a way that's not pleasant, it is not your prerogative to go and beat on her or keep her naked. It's unacceptable. What you call it, she is not supposed to be dressing like that. It is unacceptable for any young woman to feel unable to dress anyhow, expose themselves, and come out in the public. It is unacceptable. Until the laws can change in the country, or at least in Liberia, we don't accept that. When you do it, it's condemnable. We'll condemn you. Of course, we'll arrest you and, of course, fine you. It's a misdemeanor. So that is that. I know they won't. It will not be easy the morning, but let me just talk my lay, thing, and then I'll come to you. You talk about set the stage, yeah, right. So my personal thought on this matter is that, as the conversation is going on and the police have made several arrests of the mob, right? I'm also putting the police as a moral compass to equally arrest the young lady and investigate her, because I do not know, I cannot confirm whether her dress code was truly exposing or people just decided to do what it did. So it has to be investigated and established, right? And when that is done, like I've said, the lady should be arrested and investigated for the alleged indecent exposure. And you understand? Because why? Because under Liberian law, public indecency or indecent exposure can be charged, usually as a misdemeanor under general disorderly conduct or public nuisance statutes. You understand? That law. So you're getting a talking say, I won't wear any kind of cloth where we arrest you. We was all arrested. No, you ain't supposed to dress any kind of way and come. For what? Who told you that? Not in Liberia. You have to find somewhere else to go do that. Not here. You're trying to miss this thing or trying to post sentiment, all kinds of things because you want to justify immorality and indecency and you think everybody should shut up and allow you to do that thing and try to infest our society and our kids and all of that. This is unacceptable. The reason why these things, you see these things going on because the places these things are supposed to be prosecuted, people who are working there, they didn't say, look at the way they're dressing. Look at the way they're dressing. Go to the people that's not be showing the example, look at the way they're dressing. So, I mean, it's a whole breakdown. But we just have to have the conversation so that the population gets educated about what the laws are and what it should be. So, that is that. The woman... Okay, let me get it straight. So the police arrested the people and issued a statement, blah blah blah, for what? Mob action. Because you know what? When a lady is found to be in violation or anybody, for example, if one man goes stand in a public space, take out a trouser and expose a private part, say he urinating, that man is violating and public decency, and you can be arrested for it. So it's not only limited to women. I see women arguing, say, oh, how about men who can wear that trouser and be exposing their private part, blah, blah, right? You can press issue with them. So the law specific is Statute 26, Penal Law of 1976, Chapter D, they call it sexual offense or offenses. Under that, Section 14.76, public indecency. This is the section prosecutor used for what most countries call indecent exposure. So ours is, under our law, is public indecency or nuisance. So public indecency occurs when a person commits a misdemeanor of the first degree if he or she knowingly does any lewd act which he or she knows is likely to be observed by others who will be affronted or alarmed. Lewd act, sexually offensive or sexually enticing things when you do it, and knowingly, and by that it will kind of trigger something in the other people and all of that. You expose yourself, you see a group of women sitting somewhere, then you take out a trouser, you put a private part outside. Right? That's what the law is talking about. So lewd act includes an act of sexual intercourse. For example, you come to have sexual intercourse in the open. You say, oh, that's my right. That means my girlfriend right, we can do whatever we want to do anywhere. You can be arrested for it. Includes an act of sexual intercourse, deviate sexual intercourse, or lewd exposure of the genitals. The genitals, your private part, you expose it. They say the woman wear the sunny, oh, everything was exposed, and they both say, oh, are you embarrassing her? And some other guys decided to take the law into their own hand, which was unacceptable and blah blah. So this is it. But what do you think? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call. At 9 o'clock, we talk politics. Let's hear you this morning. This is important. This is Liberia. Until our laws change, and this is what it is. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Maybe my thoughts are incorrect. Let's hear you. Probably if you have something else or you have a better justification for why you think the other way. Good morning.
Yeah, this is Jasper calling from Balanceo, to be precise, Beverly community.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so if I kissing a woman or kiss a woman in the midst of the public, is it public nuisance too?
But did I mention case? I say
No, I
exposure.
asking you.
No. I say exposure of your private part, but kids.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Never.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Eric Ramos.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. But still, the woman is feeling again. They're not going to they can arrest them. And it's going to watch you do this. But thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is political staff. This is the Christian. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the topic of discussion. You said about the macro. You know, this is a political. You know, I can take on millions once it tries to say our past president, and now we can say a former president said that we should be quiet, look at the government to do it. It's the best part of the country.
Oh, the caller went off. I didn't call you off. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro. Abu Ali morning.
I'm okay. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Please, security reason, let me now call. Bro, Abu, to be frank, only our sister that look guys did the thing too. I don't really, I'm not in support of what they did. But to be frank, this country, we say this country was built on a Christian principle. Later on, they changed it. They say, oh yeah, that's secular state, this, that. Tell me, as a Christian or even a Islamic person, you going for your prayer or something, you see that kind of thing. You know that there's something that brings touch. The mind will never forget. Even when you go to service, we sitting in service, you know that a lot of things, the spiritual power.
But other people arguing that is the lady's right that she can decide what you want to do, so you should control yourself. Is that the way it's supposed to be?
But then let everybody just be working. Anybody now, that's it, right? Okay, now we don't play on moral ground on this day. Everybody get it right. Even maybe when I go up grocery, I stand there.
No, that's why the right people arguing, but that's not what the law says. But that's what the right people are arguing.
But that's why we should look at. They should be condemnable. They should be condemnable. I tell people, I will not call my church, but my pastor preach on it. He said, but yeah, we're not in favor of it. But it is a moral lesson.
Okay. Thank you. It's a moral lesson for the rest. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Titus Charlie.
Go ahead.
I made an important point yesterday over your sister's show. And all of the panelists there were talking law, legal, and all of that. Back in the game.
But legal, but then what sort of law did they quote? Any kind of law?
No, they're not. They were just saying that it was not proper to beat us.
No.
I support that. It was not proper. But the thing is, there's the thing. The thing is that indecent presentation of public nuisance, societal nuisance, are not acceptable. You know. So what is that girl teaching her children? There's a cultural and traditional country. This is not an immoral country. Yes, but the law is there. The morality should be there too. You should not dress like that and come in the street. That is completely out of order. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. But the law is not different from morality. The law is moral. Good morning.
Yeah, good.
Instead of
good morning.
Acceptable.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Yeah, Abu, this is David King. I'm executive of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. You know, Abu, I want to make a little correction here. The issue about Liberia is a Christian state. Signing the Declaration of Independence.
My man, don't my man, lead out won't find different times. Yeah. Don't kind of frame our discussion. Yeah. Let's talk about what happened.
They disgrace our method against that young woman. I think it was not a good thing. And every decent Liberian, if you see somebody in the wrong or doing something that is bad, the best thing to do to caution the person of going amok with the person I think was wrong is not anything that we should support. And what I know, what got me frustrated in our old days, women are always protected of one another. But to see a lady taking labor that will put a runner again to cover her up, I think that was a disservice on their part. What they did, it was wrong. And quickly to the issue of Baron Brown, And
No. So it was wrong to have done that. Was it also right for the lady to have dressed allegedly half naked to come in?
Two right cannot make one wrong.
No.
Was
it in your mind? Was it right?
It was not right. But he wanted to.
Okay. So why is it the police up to now was not heard about any arrest of the lady for not doing the right thing?
I think the nation cannot come up with some release. So some people identified that video. They were arrested. We should wait for the investigation.
But the lady who also did not do the right thing by indecently dressing and exposing her private parts, why is the lady not being arrested? Are we considering one violation over the other?
Abu, this is not your round where we got morality police. So
no. We ain't saying morality, but we're talking about the state police. The state police is in to take action against violations against the law. That's what we're saying. Good morning. To avoid these kinds of chaotic scene, that's what the police are there to enforce the law. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, man. This is Emeka, member of the Concerned Librarian for Justice. We first of all condemn that action at real life. We shouldn't be doing that. Because what I know, I think there is a law, because I was talking to one of my council friends. He said that there is a law that prohibits people dressing that way to come out.
But what I read it, lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. You're calling on the other show.
So we condemn that action. That I was following you, and then something sparked up. I went to go check on it. So we condemn the action. We first of all condemn the action. We shouldn't be doing that. The best thing anybody could do was to assist her to cover herself. And it is often said that you are telling the fish they cannot eat the fish. You should also tell the fish not to smell. Okay, because when you smell, the cat will look for it, whatsoever it is. So we also encouraging our lady to do decency dressing. Okay, you don't just wear anything to come up. And if you want to practice everything you see on the social media, you be making yourself because you don't live in no country. The country that we're talking about from the point where to do like kind of dressing the India vehicle.
But the lady say some men took me wearing tight trousers, exposing their genitals as well to attract the women. You need to stop it too.
The disgrace that will be centered around a lady when that happened, you can't compare that to me. And our man right now, honestly, is that she even confirmed that inside she embarrassed to come up. If I was talking to a man or the man care, man doesn't care. So this is why woman is just special. Woman is very special. So we are encouraging them to do some decent dressing, because once you're wearing clothes that is above your knee or that will expose even your thigh as a lady, you cause trouble. Oh. I don't care what kind of human being. The moment the eyes
say you cause trouble. What kind of trouble? What kind of trouble she caused now? Mile, 1 minute. Sorry.
No.
But say you can wear shorts. You pass around the community. You not cause trouble too. Thank you. Yeah. Mile, go ahead. Good morning. Let's hear the Uma view on it.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
How the family, Papa? Thank God. Thank you for waking each and every one of us up this morning. Yeah, thank God. Thank you for our new bossman. So, Abu, the way that get dressed, to me, it was not fine. You don't do that, someone then got away, self they can't wear bra. They will just do their tete for the tete nipple to be showing knocking a ball. You calling me? But when you talk to them, you advise someone, then they don't do it.
They say this brother get heat. Maybe that what it is.
It get heat. Where they eat it? That's why you do yourself like that. Look at that clothes I get wore that day without anything on a no packing. They stand at the packing said they can get wear like that for traffic. What we heading to? And not necessarily like that. I mean, I against it, but he made the men then to he supposed to make them to do that thing what they did to her.
Okay.
Someone they get children.
But let me play though. Okay, but the post say what else? She already exposed everything, and so you already exposed. So why am I making it to say that the people she don't want naked herself and wait to her she can in the street because everything already exposed.
But she was not really naked at that, Abu. You saw it on Facebook. She was not really naked at that.
I see you, but they say
I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it. She was not really naked at that. They didn't want naked her. It shouldn't be like that in our country, man.
The clothes on her used to see through it, right?
I don't think that skin was seeing through. It was just short.
Okay.
It was just very short, and she never went back in.
Okay. Then when you claim it,
so the men were wrong for doing that.
When she claim it on the motor about it, that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
yeah. Okay, Papa.
All right, Marlene. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, Abu, my name is Ishmael Kamara, and I call you this Painesville. So, you know, I like to have my take on the issue that happened at the red light with the lily. And you know, like many have already said it, you know, our country actually is a country of tradition. Our country is a country of, you know, religious principles.
But some people say we should forget about all that one and leave it get out of right. What kind of tradition? And some of you don't even know your tradition. You'll be talking about tradition. So why you can let it get dressed anyhow she won't dress?
And that's some of the reasons why some of us don't even know our tradition. But we're not living up to it. So we don't let practice it, they will know it better. So the thing about it is that I think the gender ministry, they're not even doing well. Yeah, because they want to balance the case, they want to balance the argument. Because you cannot have a law already into place. Because I was thinking when I heard about this, when I saw it on social media, I was passing a red light, few days ago, I saw police trying to effect arrest. So I was thinking, is there a law? And then good that you read the law this morning on the radio, on your platform. So I was thinking that there's a law, and there should be a law. There is a moral, you know, guidance, you know, or art. You know, how to present ourselves morally in the public out there, public decency. There should be law, there's a law. So in my mind, the thing about human right, I think we should not misunderstand, you know, our rights, you know, and try to live our life as if.
Okay, thank you very much. But human right, you say you violated law and something. So, right, and even recently, 2025, the CSA issue a circular on dressing in Liberia. So if there is no law, what the CSA should be restricting people how to dress to go to work. They're leaving, huh? They get them to wear anything, the men wear anything and go to work. Hello, good morning, Reverend Logan. Let hear you.
Good morning, Abu. Thanks for the topic this morning. At least we give you a little bit from politics, and this is very much important. What I would like to come from two ways. The first thing is, it is very wrong on the part of those young men to strip that girl naked. Very wrong. In our society, we respect our women. I'm asking myself, why did they strip her naked? Did she go to the mic and make it? No, she had something. All right? So they were the one who took on what she had. What the message they were sending out there. It was very wrong.
They said the one she had on was already, exposing her half naked. She was half naked, and you know what half naked means.
We are in a society, our society is so much organized to the extent the respect for women in such a way, women will have to gather around her and tie lap up. That was the best way of doing it. They should have asked for the lap up from those women and
remind her that what she's doing was wrong.
Yes, so it was very wrong. And it's also wrong on her part. As a decent woman, you don't go in public. You are sending the wrong message. The first thing is you are endangering yourself. I remember back somewhere on Benson or Lane Street, where the lady came from a car with a very short fade and she got in contact with a madman, and the story is still out there. It's for your own safety. You are calling people onto yourself, so you will be harmed. The moral here is that, look, we need to be very careful. The issue of adaptation. We adapt system and we bring those systems into our country. I remember before the war, you as a man, Abu, you will never take off your shirt and go on the street. You will be arrested just by taking off your shirt. What are those morals? We as religious people are hearing people saying we're the great both Christian and Muslim or religious one, whatever we are. I think we have to give emphasis on the moral in our society. We have to talk on these things and educate our children, because people watch these TVs and movies and go on Facebook and adapt the system and bring the system which is not applied. Liberia is a very unique society. A very unique society. So it was wrong on the part of those people to get that girl naked. They were sending the wrong information. All right, what they should have done was collect laptops and tie around. You sent a message, and if Facebook collect that, our children are watching it, see you clothing her with laptop on, you don't do the right thing. And ladies, please be careful on how you dress. Your body is for yourself. The man I want to marry, you want to see his wife.
Oh, looking at the dark call. Let me take. Oh, my time up on this one, yo. You're calling. I think this is a female call from the US. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Abu. How are you doing?
I'm okay, man.
Sorry, I just woke up. It's about at 5 o'clock my time.
Okay.
In the morning. You know, talking about that lady and her dressing, they wearing a pastor just made it clear. It's a shame for somebody to leave their house or their home to go out like that. Or we got people from home and we got people from house. You know?
Everybody's going to come from
outside home. Yes. How will you go outside like that? And to those guys that undressed that lady saying that, well, how she got outside like that, as gentlemen, you guys, one of them should have called her on the side. Says, you're showing everything, but go put something on. Let me ask somebody for a piece of cloth, you tie it around you. You don't look decent like that. That's how a good gentleman should have done. But for them to strip her naked and do what they did to her, it was wrong today, it was wrong tomorrow, it will always be wrong. In the United States, Donald Trump in the scene, you got your child saying hanging on your policeman, get your ticket. And you showing all your tenants in the street, they might get you ticket. That one thing about that paper, sometimes he's sweet, sometimes he bad. But I really enjoy that. Nowadays, you don't see people, men walking in the street with the tight trousers and the
so even on our the man said they will get ticket for exposing your breast or hanging your trousers.
I don't you pay for that. So nowadays, you don't see people dressed like that. But what people they handle, they go where they can come from and they see all the things that different things nowadays. And just dress all kind of way. Long time when you're a lady going on your mouth will ask you got on your bossy polo, you got on your pedal pole. But now everybody wants to show their body. That's not how a lady will act when those guys that did. I think that woman, they were wrong and they should be fined. Let them go and pay fine and apologize to that lady on the public radio. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. No, the law will take a course. Body arrest them. What they did, I'm up. Justice there. The law will take a course. Good morning, Carrasco.
Good morning, Abu. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. We're talking social matter. Some people say it's good for the woman to take care of herself. Other people say no, that tradition and thing. I don't know. You're the politician. How you see it?
It's a very fascinating conversation, Abu. And Abu, you know the reason why laws are enacted is to safeguard society.
That's correct.
And and whatever way we want to play, I know religious people from the religious perspective will come and give their take on it. But as a public servant, and I strongly believe that nobody should be subjected to humiliations or any mob actions because they committed wrong. That is totally out of order. Abu, look, I think people, and this is very important. We came from civil war.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people, there are a lot of young kids that were born during the war. Some of them did not experience any
Our wars
parental
have been over for over 20 years now. Are we still blaming the war for some of the things?
I say there are a lot of young people that were born during the civil war.
I agree.
Some of them did not experience 20 years. Some of these kids, you see them acting, some of them are 20 years old, 21, 22, 23 years old. So most of the people here, or most of these kids, did not experience any parental guardians. So who is their guardian in this case? It's the law of the state. So the law is enacted to guard some of these misbehavior. And for you to see a lady, I know you're trying to play the double sword rule this morning, Abu. But the fact of the matter here is, for you to see a lady, like you said, why you think people, when people steal motorbike and we see people beating on them or sometimes killing them, people can frown on it. Yeah, it is wrong to steal. We all know it is wrong to steal.
Exactly.
But it is also wrong to take the law into your hand by beating on a criminal and killing them. That is wrong. So nobody should be able to beat on a lady because in your mind you saw she was indecently dressed. Nobody. You don't have the authority to do it. She's not your daughter. She's no other person to you. You're not feeding her. You're not a guardian to her. The state is the guardian to everybody. So the state should be able to, okay, lady, we believe that, you know, you are indecently dressed and you're not supposed to do this. Then the state take action. But no, it should be condemned. Whatever way we try to do it, it should be condemned from all front. It was wrong.
Oh, who's the person you're calling? Hello? Hello? Oh my God, somebody called. But I mean, I think I'm going to hold it there. And of course, Sekou Carrasco Damaro made some very great point, just as all of you that call, right? And this is it, right? This is it. The state is the moral compass. And that's what I said. The police should have equally taken an action that also correct the moral breakdown that was demonstrated in the lady's alleged attitude. When we do that, we're doing something. Why it's true, and nobody should feel enabled that, you know, you're the moral police in the country and you're passing around. No. And in the event where the state take action on that, the law is also clear on punishment. You can be punished up to 1 year imprisonment. Do you know that? For indecent exposure. Go and read the law. So I know sometimes we just want to talk, you know, we say, oh, they side are sweet to the people, but we'll keep doing that. Look, today, that lady may not be your relative, but if the society if the society grows, you know, accustomed to this, your own children who you think you're bringing up very well, very nicely, they'll get to interact with some of these people and they themselves start to do it. By that time, you'll be maybe incapacitated and you'll be sitting, you can't do nothing. You're seeing your children passing by you in the house, dressed up like that. And you can't say anything, you can't do anything. That's what we all must support, upholding moral uprightness in the society. Not because we want to look like, you know, some sort of, and, you know, good people will say, oh, no. Shouldn't do that. Let's be real. What does the law say? Are there available laws? Yes, there are available laws. The law requires, like Carrasco said, the state becomes the guardians of these people who are to a larger extent exposed and do not have like many people say, home training to be able to guide them on what is right and what is wrong, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable in the public. Then the state comes to remind you, oh, my young lady, oh, my young man, you're not supposed to do this. When you do this under the public decency law, the state will fine you. But for us to be sure that you will not do the one, the state say we will fine you $300 US. By the time you finish paying that $300 US, next time, you'll be looking for where to go open your zipper to urinate. Next time you check in your valleys, you will know at what time to wear, what kind of clothes, and where to go. You will have that decency, and I mean, organization can make you to know that. But we just have a society where on Sunday happening, oh, your leader government, but to your heart, you're not lying. And then the very government that's supposed to enforce it are ignoring it and issuing statement and not even considering that. It's the very government that CSA statement say, don't wear the other clothes, don't wear short sleeves to come to any government ministry. Don't wear. So what's the essence of that? So you can't apply the law on one side and you don't apply on the other side. Right? And I know that a lot of reasonable people out there understand the point from which we're coming. So we just thought to bring some sense to this conversation in this light, so that the young people the young ladies who are out there, so they will understand the other side of it too, that they are not supposed to dress anyhow. Like a lot of them will make it sound right, like I can choose. I mean, I spend my money, I buy it. So yeah, you spend money, you buy it, right? You wear it in your house. You go into the nightclub, you wear it, you go to the nightclub. But you don't wear it, you can't pass up and down in the market, start passing around. We'll find you, right? We'll find you. I will do. But that is that. Let me take this break. I come back and we'll talk some politics and be out of here at 10 o'clock. This break, Crime Stopper Liberia. We will be right back.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, call the right authority. But they can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-woman, Woman Samsaya.
Crime Stopper Liberia. Folks, welcome back to the final lap of the conversation. And yes, indeed. Mr. President, again, I'd like to remind you that, of course, at the Liberia Airport Authority, the board chair, the investigative panel into a wide range of administrative and, of course, leadership investigation there at the authority found the board chair incompetent and unable to exemplify leadership and hold him responsible for the chaos and the issues and the breakdown there. And the committee recommended to your office for this man removal. It was clear. But Mr. President, in the very committee report, 60 days is given for the implementation of the outcome and recommendations of the committee. Your office gave the management team 60 days to implement the recommendations. But the recommendation for Jan Martin's removal was to be immediate. And up to now, Mr. President, he's still there. I don't know who is shielding him, but I thought to use this platform every other morning to remind you about that. So I have the Baron confession. He said, because of hate, and we wanted to bring a group of organized, sophisticated, hungry Unity Party thieves to power. We lie to the American government. And I like my friends up Benson Street, and I know they are listening. They are political office at the U.S. Embassy, they're listening, right? And it is important because, you know, they rely on these conversations. That's why it's important for all of us to remain very truthful to the public discourse, because our friends are picking up on these things. You don't bring lies. No. So Byron said, because of hate. So Byron confirms one thing, like we've always said, that what we saw happen in the 6 years of the CDC and Mr. George Weah presidency was hatred. So Byron comes to confirm it. He said, yes, indeed, we hated the people. We hated the political movement. We hated the grassroots nature of the party. We could not live or sleep a night believing that these buggers from West Point, Claratown can sit and call themselves assistant minister, director, and they're enjoying privileges that we believe those of us who attended CWA and all the other elite schools are supposed to be. So we are angry. So he confirms the hate. You hear that? Then he goes on further. And that we wanted to bring a group of organized, sophisticated, hungry Unity Party thieves to power. He said they were hateful, one, two, and they were for the knowingly knew that they were trying to bring a group of organized thieves to power. So what did they do? We lied to the American government how an innocent man like George Weah was killing auditors. Byron says this is a view representative of the vast majority of the guys out there. He said we lied to the American because they were the one writing the narrative, saying all kinds of things, and distorting narratives and painting them as facts. So we lied that an innocent man, George Weah, was killing auditors, selling drugs, and stole $16 billion. This is revealing. This is serious. Then he goes on further. 2029, we will correct those lies and bring George Weah right back to power. In the affirmative. Strong. Emphatically. He's emphatically declaring that having realized the action they took that was covered with deception, lies, and propaganda, having realized today, this Byron and a host of them are pledging that 2029, we will correct those lies and bring George Weah right back to power to make amends. And they'll be making amends for the lies. They say, you're lied or we remember about and tell the thing that the mail do what my mail not doing it. Okay. So to correct it, what we'll do, we'll bring the mail back 2029. And I think that the best way to correct what it did. And the best way to correct, say, as an aspirant of District 8, Montserrado County, who has no regret about my role played then as an opposition, I am proud to openly confess my sin for God to forgive me. We were radical liars, and I explained that to you. Me, I like to be very simplistic for the layman to understand. I provided a lot of education around that. We were radicalized by these current sophisticated rogues. It's not only that they're rogues, but they're sophisticated in their own thievery. You know what I mean to be rogue already, then you're sophisticated again. That means you get all kinds of techniques and you know, you're a criminal. So those are people who went to school to learn how to steal from the country. There are other people who can go to school to learn how to improve their society, improve their family, improve their community, improve their country. But the UP folks, they go to all the Ivy League universities and schools around the world, learning only how to come back here to be criminals and rogues and stealing healthcare money, stealing BBL money, stealing Ebola money, stealing road fund, right? And that's exactly what they go to school for. Stealing civil servant, stealing inauguration money. Inauguration money. They stole it. These are sophisticated rogues. To conclude, he further, I want to use this medium to call on the American government to drop all charges against Senator Nathaniel McGill and my brother Jefferson Koji. Those who don't want to confess publicly like some of us, may hellfire be their portion. May they have no peace in their lives. May their attacking dogs pay to defend come cost the incoming lawmaker of District 8. We is coming back 2029. Barron declares. Do you agree? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. This is a sweet conversation. Before was Martina Konate. And this is Baron. And there have been several all of them, right? How to call the other lady? Justina Taylor also did. And now we have Baron on the block. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. Jefferson's never calling for the Virginia because this will be 11. So people have more confessions is on the way to come. Even down to the head, Joseph Human brother will confess before he can be free. And let me tell you, here the Sano Kante former senator is saying they lie, they cheated, they do this to come to power. They are many to bend them before they can confirm.
Abomi Kante, Sano Johnson, the man who, when you just started the message, you cost anybody man, you cost everybody man. When they criticize Abuaka, that the message, they go in going on a corner, things in Mobena, oh, man, that you go there, oh, man, go ahead.
Look at that. So they will confess, more confession on the way. So, as a hearing, anyway, that's part of your show, but as a hearing, what the people are seeing, more confession about to come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. What does the Baron confession, all the other confession reveal to you when you sit down in your corner? Right? What does it say to you as a Liberian? You hear people coming out and saying the truth now and confessing that they lie on George Weah and the CDC.
What I want to say this morning, this confession is not a joy for we Liberian people. It vindicates freedom FM, King's FM, and Vision who push the message to the campaign, especially you, the Austin, the AB, and the list goes on. Look, I only one thing I want you for is my life will be quiet. It's not 40,000 votes. Where it came from, and I'm out there, that war room, where I came from, you want to know what happened. That's all I'm waiting for.
So you believe they will confess on the war room too?
But Senator John Jackson said he cheated. So many things they lied to the American government, and the men of God to ABC, the people could not, and the US. It is there, the recording are there. So for me, all that means saying that they flat to me, that's 40,000. I keep saying that when that 40,000 come to win a city government, don't hear any for 3 years thing, then I will not be satisfied. But will come on. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Morning, Father Abu.
Morning.
And good morning to the patriotism of our country and Western patients. My name is Wasn't Busy Days, Abu. And I do join the educated conversations from the community where our people are affected water from the juniors and the
Okay, thank you very much. And this one is just coming in on the Père Blanc supermarket community. There is a huge fire at the Père Blanc supermarket area behind Senator Bill Torrey house. Fire service is needed, so kindly let us go out to our guys, Emmanuel Farr, I got Tisdet, right? Gentlemen, y'all please do what you can. So the red light, this is the Pipeline supermarket community behind Senator Bill Torrey house. There's a huge fire, and I'm being alighted on that. It's an SOS. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, 0776 104 104 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear you confession and all that. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the show. My name is Edwin B.G. Pingma, singer and a phone from Omi County. You know, my dear brother, thank you for the show. The last time when AB was at the station, I said before 2029 there'll be a lot of confession. And I just want to started. In fact, you're not spoken yet. You know what it was saw on the corner and put and say something you get a reference to. When they get 50,000 votes, we know. So thank you for the show, brother. No confession.
Okay. Thank you. Well, it seems the Liberians are beginning to feel like the votes were stolen. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, brother. My name is Dennis Cherry. I join you from Belleville, plus one of Benjamin County.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Abu, thank you for the topic under discussion. Oh, you see, there are many confessions on the way to come, my brother. Some of us, we always say this.
Why do you think there will still be more confession? Why do you think so?
Like my first caller said on this particular radio, any confession that's going to come out, it don't come yet. More especially what happened with the result. The result from Nima County and the result from Lufa County that were coming out in favor of Unity Party. That particular confession is supposed to come out. How Unity Party managed to pay the entire Nima and Lufa County. Because under the judgment that we are regime, they were in the two counties. But the result was coming favoring Unity Party. The 70,000 votes that pour in this particular calamity today. How Unity Party managed to obtain a particular 70,000 votes. That confession is on the way. And I'm going to start already. In thought today, the people are coming after him. The new men are supposed to confess is Amakone. When Amakone confess, Unity Party soon. Thank you for having me on your show.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very kindly. I don't know, but I'm gonna join the UP campaign in November. So I don't know, but he joined later in November 2023. The second round, that was when he joined the campaign. So let's see. Like people are hoping. But look, folks, these are revelation moments. Aside from the personal confessions and the regret that's been expressed by people who were in the room with the Unity Party campaign thing and all of that, coming out, venting their anger and now holding back and telling us exactly some of the dirty things that happen. But the courtroom exposure is even more revealing. When the Unity Party campaigned for years, heralding and banking repeatedly that the CDC was a criminal organization and that they were just stealing the country money and taking the money, creating that kind of environment where it looked like there was a whole breakdown in here and people were just walking and taking money and they would tell you, say they get video, they go to court, they can't show anything. That is the reason why we want to once more commend the fortitude of Samuel D. Torrey to challenge and brave the storm and come down here and go to court. Stood there and challenge his accusers. Because if Samuel Torrey was still going to be out, the narrative will still be going as CDC was stealing money. Samuel Torrey was stealing money. For Torrey to go in an alleged $6.2 million economic sabotage case, and the government loses the case in such a disgraceful manner, especially when they cannot prove, they could not evidentially prove, right, any intent to personally benefit, right? When they misinterpreted people's service to the country to mean personal benefit. When they had a singular opportunity, in the case of Samuel Tuwe, to go and prove all the allegations that CDC officials were working, but they were taking the money for themselves at the time. So go prove it. That is $6.2 million that went for national security. Go prove it, because according to you, it did not go for national security. It ended up in the people's pocket. And so, yeah, saying it ended up in the people's pocket. Go prove how it ended. The paper trail, bank records, transactions, nothing show or indicated that money was stolen by these individuals. What is more revealing than that? If you feel after all of the... So, Mr. Tuwe today is the poster card of what we'll consider triumph over political propaganda and lies. If you want to know what it means, right? If you want to know what it means to survive political propaganda and lies, just look at Samuel Tuwe. Diligently working and serving his country. But cover all the men where say, oh, the men are stealing. So stealing. Samuel Tuwe is stealing. Taking the money. Say, can take the money and send it to Jowia in Iran. Look at that. Look at that. Childish narrative that we're passing. Whole country, you take whole country, you make it like that. Then go also make it, you get a country now. They say, okay, all the allegations, they can't prove it. And I used to sometimes, when you're in places, you hear people, when talking, let the power be president, we'll take all the things from there. We'll do that one. We'll do that one. We'll put them one in jail. We'll put them one in jail. Right? So I felt like they had all the evidence. They're there now, they can't prove anything. So a major victory and restoration of the integrity and reputation of the CDC, especially as an institution. It doesn't entirely exonerate the party of any kind of government misdoing. No, it's not possible. It's not possible for any government to come here that you will not have issues with. But the narrative that was peddled by Mr. Barker and the courts, look at where we are today. The children come here, the children say, oh, we're lying. The radical lies us. What lesson are we going to learn from this and unlearn from this Samuel Tuwe trial? It's important for Liberians to sit down and learn a thing or two from this and unlearn a thing or two. Because very soon they see Kubapo will go back in opposition again. And when they go back in opposition, if you do not learn a lesson or two from this, you will be entrapped. And that will be disastrous. You can live in a cycle of stupidity where you get to, to realize, and then you come by the same man coming by and nag you again, and then you fall for them. It's important. Liberians will have to now elevate their participation in politics and enhance their capability to dissect and be able to distinguish between genuine advocates, right, and compromised individual that will use any kind of lie to come around and just bamboozle them and get what they want to get out of them. And this is exactly what happened in 2023, and that's why across the entire country, none of them is delivering on any campaign promise. 2 years later, Yumli Kanga Lauren has become very unpopular to the point where even people in the very government want to unseat her in Grand Bassa County. Can you imagine? There is not even a consensus. There are elements in the government that believe that Yumli is failing and they want to unseat her. We're not even talking about opposition. The government has said no, that is disaster, and they're only hanging on pay to the point where everybody in the government want to enter the legislature in the next round of election. Cornelia Kra won't be represented. Kula Fofana won't be senator. Waka Jaliba won't be senator. Clarence Masakwe won't be represented. Patrick Hona won't be represented. Ben Fofana won't be senator. And you understand? The list go on. Everybody have already identified an escape route. They're running away. We should not have been where we are. Because the time is coming, right? And the goal of those young people, Thomas Edridge and the rest of the other folks, wrongfully incarcerated there for months in the central prison for things they did not do. And one man thing, you can be passing around and wearing clothes and driving sport car and say he RG, when injustice happen under his instruction and under his signatures. And you think these things will go unpunished. Up to now, the state is being begged to come forward. In the capital Asson case, reputable Liberian citizens and national leaders embarrassingly and baselessly accused on complete partisan grounds. And you say you're taking national actions? The confessions will come. People will come from in that room and can tell the Liberian people who burned that Capitol building and where they had a meeting and why they decided to burn it. One day we'll be right here. The devilish orchestration that you did to have the country where it is, only to defame. You see, after taking all that action and burning our Capitol building just to destroy CDC, yesterday the people were still standing strong. For God's sake, the fanatic over that I have known for the past time, the fanatic over that I follow in the handling of the Sabo Money special presidential investigation, that became a speaker, demonstrating absolute professionalism in the discharge of his duty, who knows how to manage between partisanship and national duty, and did that squarely. Look at the configuration in the main office to begin with. Decentralized configurations. People from ALP, people from CDC, people from Unity Party, people from where, ALP, all the other things. He brought them. Demonstrating what? Nationalism. Demonstrating responsible leadership. Right? Supporting each of the president's agenda, legislative program and agenda. Right? Correcting where there needed to be correction for the betterment of the same president agenda. You go, you say no, because you don't want to run the country like a court. You say you want regime speaker. Everything will be regime. Everything will be like. Have you sat to ask yourself why the people are uncomfortable to have other Liberians in the mix of governance, and they just wanted to be regime puppets? What are they doing? One day, we will know. They really said they didn't say it will come out. They will tell us. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. And of course, let's have conversations about this, right? As we leave. Mr. 12 victory is a victory for the CDC. Because, of course, if this was going to be anything true, right, it was going to mean a huge demoralization for the CDC. If this was going to be proven truthful, this was going to be a direct justification for going after former President George Weah. Because if they were going to establish that indeed, as they claim, Tuer took the money for personal benefit, the next line of attack will be at the former President George Weah. To say that Tuer won't not take the money, Tuer took the money and carried someone and carried Weah. So we are let go. So seditions need to just celebrate. Seditions need to wake up. Wake up. Make noise in the community where they knock pata behind your window and lie that, oh, your president was stealing from the country, your finance minister was stealing. You need to go back and knock pata and tell them, say, your lies have come to light. God is not sleeping. God has exposed you. Samuel 12, disgrace Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun in spite of every attempt to manipulate the justice system. These patriotic, nationalistic jurors stood the test of time and stood for the country. Because in criminal proceeding, you must prove beyond all reasonable doubts. And the state failed to do that because propaganda cannot suffice in court. Feelings cannot suffice in court. Hatred cannot suffice in court, but evidence does. Evidence, pieces of evidence that must be adduced and that must link and corroborate the allegations contained in the indictment. Indictment are a bunch of allegations. You pile allegations together. So you must go to prove it. So you can indict a man for economic sabotage, criminal mischief, the allegation you're alleging, but then you must bring the proof to establish. And the state failed miserably, dismally. Parker failed to prove all the lies he used to be passing around from one community to the other. Oh, the boy and is stealing the country money. Imagine. But today, look at what is happening. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Morning.
People from Paracel and Maryland who are also following this case. And we also want to say thank you to the Supreme Court that is proving that the Supreme Court is there for everybody.
No, that is Supreme Court. They ain't reached the Supreme Court that criminal could see.
Okay, we also want to say thank you to them because this time around was legal. Our legal system is very fair. And let them not look at this government that will be bringing cases, get to damage the image of other person. Let the law be the law. Yeah. So let me also say thank you to this nation.
So he's speaking on behalf of the Barrow people?
Yeah, but man, the Barrow people are fighting again.
You're following it. You're in talk one day that today now because video now you say, oh, we the Barrow people. So
no, we used to go out of court, brother. We used to go out of court. You know what? We everything to the legal aspect. We wanted to give the Lord everything. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Hector.
Good morning.
Yeah, now, well, actually, I'm sick, but this is what we signed up to. So we got to respond on it.
I'm sorry, and I wish you speedy recovery, my brother.
Thank you. You see, just before I just snap you up, I'll just pass you quickly. Let me just quote a paraphrase here. The great looking. You see, and I quote, paraphrasing a very matter how amplified the no matter how the truth will be close to the ground, and from my choice of words, the truth will be buried under the ground. The truth will always rise. And they will devoid all the lies. And this is the moment that we're going to. The moment that Martin Luther was referring to, that those lies are doing a fact are about to be devoured by the truth because the truth is stubborn.
Okay.
The truth is about to rise. That don't just wash up, just listen up. They will come in at numbers. They are coming more.
So the guys were actually delivering lying on Samuel Tuwe.
They were delivering across the government. Now when Samuel Tuwe alone, somebody took from
no, that's me, man. That's the Foreign Minister. You know what I mean when you need the Foreign Minister? That's me, man. There. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu Shari. I come here.
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Vanny. That's the one here. We are supporters of the Bible New York. But Abu Shari, let me tell you, if people have more confession to come on with, that while we sitting on the path every day I pray that the people confess. Because the kind of wicked thing that the people are doing to the citizen of this country, for Abu, is very bad. You killing your citizen every day, you raping their children, that the kind of government we bring to power. You raping people every day, you solemnizing people children. How shit is increasing. Water bill is $10. The small mineral bottle is $75. A bottle water today it was $100. You want $100, it's more $50. What we head into. So more confession will come. Anything that you not get a raffle, you not get it.
All right, they say you only kill my people, they baptize or you know party say no matter what happen, you'll stay for them. Say you're part of development.
And everybody came out, you see the election time. How the election is done when it came out. It was 50-50. So that one, forget it.
Say they can go, the president can tell us that tradition say that Unity Party.
No, and not right that way. The teacher that I come from, it came out. And CDC get more food than one kind.
You gotta go do sacrifice. All of course, when you figure out Unity Party thing, all along your pain, Unity Party, we see what happening for Kima. The place stay looking at like no good gas station, nothing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I say also the one party they can't even do nothing. No good gas oil in the country. Good morning. Let's say you go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, Abu Shari, and let me say good morning to the listener. And here's about political Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I call you this morning for the Congress state in Congress. You know, Abu, I'm not surprised by the ruling of the honorable food. You know, because at the beginning of that Democrat case, we've been following it, we always get to understand that the government, when they started the many on the basis of what you call extension, they say at stake. We know that the government will lose that case. The agent of the government will.
So what does it mean to you? Does it mean the CDC is clean of anything? They did not do anything while they were in power? Does that?
It has penetrated us. I'm gratified, and also overwhelmed.
So that means CDC government was a clean government?
Oh, now I'm saying that on them.
No. I'm telling you in one instant now. So I'm telling you, I'm asking you as a CDC.
Samuel Tuwe served as the fiscal arm of the government. They were used to intact Samuel Tuwe corrosion, meaning our government was corrupt. Even one person, official or the administration that is started, or they are even put to death for corruption. Everything the way they people lie on people, yes, in a photo, lie on everybody. So everything is said about where lie, but all lie, we will defeat them, I will defeat the government. And he did it. They wanted to arrest Samuel Tuwe, who is there, and for everything, yes, this is the reason why the government will see Sabo, and Sabo was dismissed. Say I will not compromise for professional or political intention. Who will not do that? But I'm going to appreciate him. Because the government knows that they have nothing on Samuel Tuwe, no evidence if you want to go to that point, you're going to get.
Africa, the over Africa, people use people in the book, and what you call them don't be able to say Africa. Who's the evidence? So what? The minister summer to the minister summer to at the illegally. Proof us summer to at the illegal, some of them are not spirit. Some of the PLR laws is summer to on the process. You when you find everything, you can show what evidence that you tell a case here. The Union Party card are point of rules, are point of criminal, point of liar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Abu. I'm Steven. I'm Steven P. Khalifa, and I'm coming in from 12th Street.
Go ahead, Steven.
Abu, you can lie to come to power, but you cannot lie to govern. You can put a person, you can ask all of the people all of the time. Unity Party came to campaign. They said that Samuel Twe took 16 billion, Samuel Twe took the country money, and they wanted to disgrace the leadership of CDC. They were targeting Samuel Twe, who is the key instrumental for the CDC. But they get Samuel Twe in jail, and they noticed that George Weah, president for 2029, would be expired. So they ran their propaganda, they ran their assumption. How can a Solicitor General, in person of a Boston fire, tell you the case is finished? This is the fastest trial ever in the history of Nigeria. Which clue, which act were he looking at? Which legal arm were he looking at? And now look what happened. Number 2 is adjudicated. We are very happy for the angle of the city because we know that George Weah will be also adjudicated. All the legs of all the officials will be adjudicated. How do your Jefferson coaching case fly? How will you say Jefferson coaching carry on in this country? When the Jefferson coaching case or single human being or a fly, I know Jefferson coaching for a long time. No Jefferson coaching for 16 years. He never see a fly or else in his life. And he will well report tarnish the mere reputation of a very young, brilliant man as spearheading the leadership of the city. Because he wants to get governance at the expense of the innocent people. But now look what happened in Abu. The increase in local commodities can never bring a Unity Party back to power. Because can you imagine? How can we be buying water $10? How we be buying plastic $10? Why are we hearing? Where is the gas price situation? Look at the hunger that is in the country. There's no job employment. Reaching for lack of ideas to govern. Why are we hearing, Abu? Why are we done as Liberians? These people who come and put us in this type of chaos, this type of dramatic scene.
Why would you get a case? You cannot tell the truth to the public. Now they put a go look up in a polo case now and put aggression rackets down. Aggression rackets will win the government because the government comes to the rulers to lie. They came on the of lie. Okay, thank you very much. The la. Let me look for the song while I take the yeah, let me look for the music. The la. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Abu, how you doing?
I'm okay.
They say you copy.
Go ahead, Mother.
We okay? I say, how's the family? They okay?
Yeah, they're okay. Family is good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes. Those people will confess in this. They will confess both in America and both in Liberia.
Oh, America only confessing too, or they start yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, but the confession spirit are serious thing.
They ready small on something against that own government that is lie on serious temple of power. Do you know because of that lie people lose their life the Christmas?
Yeah,
the Christmas.
The boys
that they took over there. Yeah, because they wanted to kind of power and lie and you were debunking them. And when you do your thing with those kind of people, you don't go around and eat or drink. But like a child, you didn't have that man that once someone is your enemy, you don't go around and go eat. I had to mess with him. Me was sitting here. The day President Weah gave, I used to be sitting in the car waiting for that crazy head woman to the executive, to the election commission to be a fact-checking woman and stuff like that. The day the day she gave her Sunday, and President Weah gave all the presidency, I got fired from my job because I was so serious. I wanted President Weah to come back to power so you can face our country for us. So we that get getting out to go home and go retire, and you give us that power. I was sitting in my car, my client, I was taking care of she fell for in a wheelchair. And those people didn't give me second chance. I wanted a good job I had. I was making good money. Where I used to come in every month with $7,000 to $8,000.
Wow.
They fired me again. So I had 2 broken heart that day. I had President William gave me the election oil. I lose my job.
Sorry, my daughter. Sorry. It was actually. I mean, it will be fine. God is gonna fight. God's gonna fight for us, and of course, these people.
What did they do? Oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know.
He's just getting emotional. Really. People don't know the extent to which. You may feel like it's just easy. You come and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we lie." Your lie costs people their lives.
Oh, Mr. Liar Man.
Like she said, Christmas.
Big up.
The guys from Lofa. These guys were mobbed to death because of the lies you told, the lies you were flying around with, just because of your desperate quest for power, the power that you're mismanaging, misapplying. Everything's failing, Liberia is crumbling, the economy is down the drain. Water bag is being sold for $10 Liberian dollars. Bottle of water for $75 in some areas. Over $150 for the big bottles. Why did you lie? Why did you lie? And cause the death, the life of innocent souls.
You know I didn't do the thing you say I do.
Mr. Liar Man. We have 4 more minutes to go. Let's take more calls. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. The fun, the closing stage, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I'm Eric. Joining a conversation from a convertible along a typical bro, you know, people like Bo Ali that's going to be doing our issue. Right now, as we are just from one of the mineral water factories to giving them 15 shots. That's one thing. They serve and to the fact that landed up for the stack and transporting it to carry to where you carry it. Just decided to help one of my sisters do. The 15 almost any money by the bank. But more Alina, you working after water business, you after policy that he is there, he on that policy. Thinking of.
Thank you very much, and that is fair. They spend more time on social media insulting Liberians while they are failing on their job. Good morning. Okay. Well, the phone is freezing. Let me take this other one. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
Why you suppressing the fuck you want to come in the country? Because now in my family buy water $10. $10 for better water. Then the water is so no water in the community tomorrow, even to watch our phone. They is stopping the water job and not in the community. Everybody will be buying water. Then tomorrow our phone is not working. The market will sell for all the market is going to the wholesale thing. Yeah, you got a woman I call Jenna for a miracle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was suffering. They talk about suffering coming to against anything you want. For suffering that people yet. So we didn't have people who got to work on the state. So they stay with the family. They ain't got that. They ain't said that. And also, we'll feed people already. Yeah, to have a way one people.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm going to Johnny for supermarket.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they and pay
150 for sack. From $100 to 150. In the rescue government.
Exactly.
Wow. So that now you believe this song what Joey sang that time, Mr. Liar Man. You believe it, Nana. Everybody believe it. Whoa. Good morning. Morning. Fine, you're the last caller.
Yeah, man. Yesterday, I was that's what you have to me. There for you, I went West Point. I'm going to get right up. You know, the song was very high yesterday. Oh, 50 they want me. I told them I was after drinking the bag and
oh, turn it out for 2 bags.
I don't know. I said, you don't get me funding out. Stop making no other post on camera. You can get me what I'm seeing now. I would have said it on the ball. Yo.
Hey, rescue.
I say I was so dead. But we know when you talk, you're not coming back here, but you come and I now. I get to my get it. I never know. I want to tell you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Everybody is confirming. And when the people talk, Mo Ali go on be insulting them. Hey, this is the only country. Foolish man. You see, public servant, public official will be insulting the people and then still going scot-free. Mr. Liar Man. The lie. Okay, folks, this is how we like to bring down the curtain on this Tuesday morning presentation, the nation's premier breakfast conversation, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9, Liberia's most listened to. And until we see you on tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time from the nation's capital. Bye-bye.
Liar man, you know, a liar man, a liar man, a liar man, a liar man, oh, Mr. Liar